So most people think you can't wrap a truck if the clear coat is peeling. This truck honestly looked like it belonged to a scrapyard. The paint was failing and the clear coat was peeling everywhere. Today I'm going to show you how I repaired it, prepped it for vinyl, and transformed it with the custom American flag wrap.
The biggest mistake people try to make is wrapping over loose clear coat. In this case, we're going to try to sand out some of this rust also. Now I went with a heavy 80, and that's to go ahead and knock the flakes off, and then I'm going to come back with a 120 and a 320 to smooth out the surface. You might want to use a dust mask or a 3M filtering mask because you don't want to be inhaling all those contaminants all day. Wipe it down, check your work area. Looks pretty smooth to me. Some people like to go on to 600 or 1,000, but this is not paint. Wrap is thick enough to where it will cover everything and you won't be able to see it. Now, when it comes to double-sided tape, we want to make sure that we go ahead and get that removed before we start sanding. Just because the simple fact is, you can create like divots whenever you're sanding. If you're focusing primarily on this, you create a little divot and then you'll go back and have to fill that with body filler. So we're just going to get that off first and then we will resume sanding. I'm gonna tag all the products that I use in the video so you guys have a list of stuff that you could go get from Amazon if you're looking to do this project yourself. You just wanna go up and down like this. You don't wanna stick in one spot for too long because you'll burn through the paint. Granted, there is no paint here. Now I can clearly see the edges along this gasket are starting to go ahead and flake paint. I want my wrap to be able to hold on to something, so I'm gonna sand this edge out. We'll probably respray that and get some clear in here, so we don't have to deal with wrap filling along the edge of this fender. Once your sanding pad starts to get caked up like this, it's time to go ahead and replace that thing. It's important to know there are a lot of different paint systems. Not all of them are going to be wrappable. I'd say the one that I would steer clear of is the ones that have the manufacturer warranty that needs to be redone on them because the actual clear and the base is chipping. Now that was an issue because the paint isn't actually bonding to the primer. So whatever you're wrapping over top of is literally a floating layer. To be honest, I'd say the only cars that I would actually do this for is ones that are chipping clear coat, and that's it. It's mostly going to be on your old school paint systems that are pretty durable like that. The water-based paint systems nowadays are terrible. And if you're asking what makes me a subject matter expert on this, I did go to UTI Long Beach to get iCar Platinum certified for collision repair. So I know a thing or two. It's not like I do it every day, but I know enough to be able to repair a panel to be wrapped like this. We could go ahead and level out stuff like this, and then after that, we'll get ready for paint. So now we are all sanded down on this thing. The next step for us to do is to go ahead and get out dents like this. So I'm gonna be using my stud welder, that little puppy over there, and we're gonna be welding studs to this and trying to pull out these dents, get it as level as we can, and then we're gonna put body filler over that to level that all the way out. We got that one dent, and then we got this other huge dent right here. Might even try to work on this little area. So I sanded out these as much as I could, and I used one of these heads. I forget what it's called, and I don't have the attachment, but this helps clean out the metal. If there's still paint right here when you go to use your stud welder, sparks are gonna fly everywhere, so you wanna make sure that you're welding to bare metal. All you're gonna need to do is mix this up, put you some on the board. Want to get a pea size of hardener. Once we put the hardener in, that's gonna start the activation process to make it hard. We're just gonna mix it in a little bit. So the blue's all stirred up in there. And basically what you want to do is mix it until you get rid of all of the streaks of blue. So we essentially want it to just be light blue. No tan, no streaks of blue, straight up light blue. Once you get a consistency like that right there, you go ahead and start spreading it. Just gonna go heavy on the first coat just to fill in everything. And then we're gonna come by and do our passes to clean everything up. It looks like the flash time on this is gonna be about 5 to 6 minutes, and it'll be sandable in about 10 to 15 minutes. So it depends on the filler you use. You just gotta make sure that you're following the prospectus on that.
Now, real quick, while I have you guys, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe if you feel like I provided you any type of value today. I do videos like this all the time to teach DIYers and new rappers how to get through difficult processes like this. So if it's something you're interested in, then stay tuned. I got more videos like this to come. And the last part of this process before actually getting to wrap the car is going to be paint. So in this video, I'm just showing you how I paint the bare metal areas, and I'm going to be doing that with etch primer. This basically just etches into the bare metal and keeps it from rusting. After that, I'm going to be spraying some clear coat along certain edges that have absolutely no paint or clear coat on the edges, just to allow the wrap to have an area that it could actually